In this video, let us study placentation. In the previous video, we have seen estivation, parts of flower. Okay. Now we shall study the placentation and its types. Placentation. What is placentation? Or define placentation. The arrangement of ovules inside the ovary is called placentation. We know that the female reproductive structure is gynoecium. The gynoecium is again differentiated into basal ovary, middle style and upper stigma. Within the ovules, within the ovary, the ovules are present. How these ovules are arranged? That is, the phenomenon of arrangement of ovules inside the ovary is called placentation. Now, let us study the types of placentation or classification of placentation. Refer the diagram for each type. The placentation is mainly classified into different types. Marginal placentation, axial placentation, parietal placentation, free central placentation, and basal placentation. Now, let us discuss one by one. So, this is the topic for 3 marks or 2 marks, even for 1 mark. Marginal placentation. Example, it is observed or seen in pea. Pea means Pisum sativum, what we call botany. Beans, that is in the family Fabaceae, we come across this type of placentation. Marginal placentation. What is marginal placentation? In this type, the placenta forum along the ventral side of the ovary, to which the ovules are attached. So the ovules are attached to the ventral side. Okay. That is marginal placentation. Next, axial placentation. What is meant by axial placentation? In this type, the placenta is formed at the center of the ovary. The ovary may be bicarpillary or multicarpillary. To the central placenta, the ovules are attached. Such a type of placentation is called axial type. It is seen in plants like China rose. China rose means hibiscus plant, hibiscus flower, you can say. Tomato flower. In lemon, we come across axial placentation. Parietal placentation. The next one is parietal type. Example for parietal is cucumber, mustard, argemone, etc. Mustard andre ಸಾಸಿವೆ, cucumber ಸೌತೆ ಹೂವಿನಲ್ಲಿ. What is parietal placentation? In this type of placentation, the ovary is bi or tricarpillary, but unilocular. Ovules are attached to the inner margin of corresponding carpels. Such a type is called parietal placentation. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ovary bicarpillary or tricarpillary ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಕ್ಸೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನಿ ಚೇಂಬರ್ಡ್ ಓವರಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓವಿಲ್ಸು ಇನ್ನರ್ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಫ್ರೀ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್. As the name indicates, the placenta is at the center. In this type, the ovary consists of many carpels, but the placenta is found at the center. The ovary remains unchambered. To the central, free placenta, the ovules are attached. Such a type is called free central placentation. Okay. Is it audible? Okay. Next, basal placentation. Example for basal placentation is members of the family Asteraceae, sunflower family. Sunflower means Suryakanti, Chanduva, marigold, etc. Basal placentation. In this type of placentation, the placenta develops at the base of the ovary, to which the ovules are attached. See the diagram now. study carefully. Okay? Because ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನಲ್ಲು ಮತ್ತು ಬೇಸಲ್ಲು ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ನಂಗೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್, ವಿ ಶಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. Right. Now you can see the diagram of P. Marginal placentation, beautiful diagram is there. Axial placentation. Here actually tricarpillary ovary is there. Tricarpillary trilocular ovary is there. Ovules are attached to the central placenta. Free central, you can see now. The placenta, the green part, light green part is at the center, to which the ovules are attached. Parietal placentation, you can see now, ovary tricarpillary is there, but it's unilocular. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಇದೆ. Ovules are attached to the inner margin of the corresponding carpels. Next, you see basal placentation. In case of basal placentation, you can see the ovules are found at the basal region of the ovary. So that's all about placentation. It's very important for the examination. Okay. Right. The next part. Next part is the fruit. Fruit. We know that angiosperms produce flowers and fruits. Okay. Then what is fruit? Or how to define fruit? The fruit is defined as mature or fertilized, ripened ovary is called fruit. When the ovary is fertilized, then it develops into what is known as a fruit. Thus, the fruit is defined as fertilized, ripened ovary. Okay. Yes. The next part. Sometimes in nature, what happens? The fruit develops without fertilization. The development of ovary without fertilization is called parthenocarpy. Don't mistake parthenocarpy with that of parthenogenesis. Parthenocarpy means the development of ovary without fertilization. Fertilization ಆಗದೇನೆ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಓವರಿ. See, the phenomenon is called parthenocarpy. The parthenocarpic fruits naturally they are seedless. The fruit which is formed by parthenocarpy is called parthenocarpic fruit. Very simple. The fruit, as you know, is formed without fertilization of the ovary. Naturally, the fruits are seedless. Example, banana, grapes. Grapes ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, blue colored one. That is a parthenocarpic fruit. Even papaya ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. Artificially, we may develop parthenocarpic fruits. For example, in cucumber, papaya, guava. Above the stigma, we spray what is known as hormone. Because of this hormonal spray, the ovary behaves as if it is fertilized. So develops into a fruit. This is how seedless fruits are developed. Okay. Now, the fruits have wall. We call fruit wall. The fruit wall may be fleshy or even it may be dry. The wall of the fruit is called pericarp. What is pericarp? The wall of the fruit. The pericarp in fleshy fruits are thick. It is again differentiated into 3 layers: outer layer, middle layer, and inner layer. The outer layer is called epicarp. ನಾವು ಟೊಮ್ಯಾಟೊ ಕಾಯಿನ ರೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಹಣ್ಣನ್ನು ರೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ತೆಳ್ಳನೆ ಪೊರೆ ಥರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಪಿಕಾರ್ಪ್. ದ ಮಿಡ್ಲ್ ಮಿಸೋಕಾರ್ಪ್, ಮಧ್ಯ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಂಡೋಕಾರ್ಪ್. So pericarp is distinguished into epi, meso and endocarp. Okay. What about in dry fruits? In dry fruits, the pericarp is dry. You have seen groundnut. Groundnut ನೋಡ್ತೀರ, ಕಡಲೆಕಾಯಿ ಸಿಪ್ಪೆ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದು. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ವಾಲ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡ್ರೈ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ we shall see the next part, fleshy parts. In case of mango, you can see the wall of the fruit is distinguished into epicarp, middle mesocarp, and inner endocarp. Inside the endocarp, you can see the seed. In case of mango, ಕೋಕೋನಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಯಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಗ್ರೀನಿಶ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಪಿಕಾರ್ಪ್. ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಫೈಬ್ರಸ್ ನಾರು, ಮೀಸೋಕಾರ್ಪ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಎಂಡೋಕಾರ್ಪ್, ಚಿಪ್ಪು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಓಕೆ, ನೋಡೋಣ ಈಗ. The mango is a fleshy fruit called drupe. What is drupe? One-seeded fleshy fruit is called drupe. Example, mango, borehennu. In mango, the wall of the fruit, that is pericarp, is fleshy. It is. It is again differentiated into outer epicarp, middle mesocarp, and inner endocarp. The outer epicarp, ಮಾವಿನ ಹಣ್ಣಿನ ಸಿಪ್ಪೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಎಪಿಕಾರ್ಪ್. ಮೀಸೋಕಾರ್ಪ್, ಸಿಪ್ಪೆ ತೆಗೆದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಫ್ಲೆಶಿ ರೀಸನ್, ಫ್ಲೆಶಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ is the mesocarp, which is edible. ನೀಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. The edible part in mango is mesocarp. And the inner endocarp is fibrous, leathery. ವಾಟೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಸೀಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಯೂಶಲಿ. So thus there are 3 layers. Most important part is the middle layer, mesocarp in mango is edible. What about coconut then? Coconut is also one-seeded fruit. It's also fleshy fruit. We call drupe. In coconut, the pericarp is differentiated into 3 layers. Outer layer called epicarp, that is green texture of the coconut. The middle layer is called mesocarp, which is made up of sclerenchyma fibers. ತೆಂಗಿನ ನಾರು ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, that is nothing but mesocarp. The inner endocarp is hard and stony. That is chippu. Then, which is the edible part in coconut? The edible part in coconut is endosperm. Remember, ಎಳ್ನೀರಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್, ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾದಾಗ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್. The edible part in coconut is endosperm, not epi, meso or endocarp. Okay? ಸೊ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ, ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್, ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಟ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಅಗೇನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಡ್ರೈ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೆಶಿ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಫ್ಲೆಶಿ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ಇದೆ. ಡ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂತಿದೆ, ಹೆಸ್ಪೆರಿಡಿಯಮ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ, ಪೆಪೋ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಮಚ್ is not given in detail. Okay. Next, we shall see the next part. Let's move on. Let's move to the next part, the seed. The seed. You know that the ovary contains ovules. Ovules contain female gamete. After fertilization, the ovule is transformed into what is known as seed. How to define seed? The fertilized ovule is called seed. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸೀಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ fertilized ovule. The seed is always protected by a layer called seed coat. ಸಿಪ್ಪೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. Inside this seed coat we find cotyledons with embryo. Okay. Depending upon the cotyledons, we classify the plants into monocots and dicots. Monocots have only one cotyledon, whereas dicots have two cotyledons. Okay. Now, structure of dicot seed. See the diagram first. Diagram ನೋಡಿ ನೀವು first. Example for dicot seed. Bengal gram, pea, horse gram, etc. The seed, as I already told you, is always protected by a layer called seed coat. This is, we are discussing with the dicot seed. You can say the dicot seed is protected by a layer called seed coat. The seed coat is again differentiated into two layers. The outer layer is thick, which is called testa, and the inner layer is thin, which is called tegmen. What are testa and tegmen? Nothing but the wall of the seed. Confuse ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. If you examine the bean seed, the seed at the side, bean seed is kidney shaped. At one side there is white structure we call raphe, and there is a small opening is there called micropyle. So each seed got a small microscopic pore or opening called micropyle. Inside the seed coat we have the embryo. Okay. See the diagram. Kadlekalu, Bengal gram. Now, if we dissect that dicot seed, Bengal gram seed, how to dissect? Just ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೆನೆಸಿದರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಒಂದು 3-4 hours. The dicots are always have two cotyledons, which are thick and fleshy, which means cotyledon store the reserve food material. The embryo consists of embryonal axis with radicle and plumule. Okay. Some of the seeds utilize the endosperm called exalbuminous seeds. Endosperm is absent in the seed. If the endosperm is present, then such seeds are called albuminous. That is, depending upon the endosperm presence or absence, seeds are classified into two types: exalbuminous and albuminous. Okay. Now, one point we have forgotten. The embryo consists of embryonal axis with a radical and plumule. You can see the dissected part of scissor. Plumule, it consists of leaf-like structures. Later on develops into shoot system. The radical, which develops into root system. Okay, so that's all in this video. Now we shall stop. Thank you.